Good morning and welcome to Monday. It's the FKA Pod. FKA the Pod. I'm your host, Reed Wilson, joined by Trent Tatum and Seth Butler. We're going to do some cool shit today. As usual.
What's going on?
What's up?
Hello.
What up? First of all, you guys got any business to take care of? AK, are you drinking anything different from last time? A week ago.
Nothing different, man. Still the Sangiovese. I've been sitting at my desk for 4 days straight, waiting for this moment.
We're chained in. We're locked into work. You know, we're
I'm drinking
hard.
the white bullet.
Nah, what? That was your
White bullet.
yeah. In high school. And I still got Jarritos, but I'm on the Tamarindo now. I ran out of limon. Come on up.
Nice.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
So
Which leads-
tamarind is a fruit?
Yeah, this leads me into my icebreaker. Have you ever had a flavor of something? Or what's your favorite flavor of something that you've never had the original version of?
You ever had a flavor of something?
I've never had a tamarind before, but I do enjoy tamarind pop.
I don't think I've ever had a guava before.
I was going to say guava, and I think I like passion fruit flavor. Passion fruit is pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
It's basically always going to be a fruit. Like
or the
there aren't-
Cavendish banana. It's the banana flavor that everybody loves.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's extinct.
Yeah,
Correct.
It's gone.
Yep.
And that's sad.
Yep.
I feel like with our current scientific knowledge, I feel like we could bring this banana back.
Absolutely. If we can make grapes taste like cotton candy, we should be able to make other shit taste like whatever we want.
Yeah, if we can make moving sidewalks.
Yeah.
We just need more. What's it called? Megalon.
Megalon.
Next pod, I'll have more to say about that.
This is
if
the
we want to
third in
keep
a
on
row.
talking about it.
This is the third podcast in a row where we're talking about this shitty ass movie. Maybe it's not that bad.
I haven't even seen it. So, oh man, that's funny. Yeah, but yeah, have you guys done anything cool since last we spoke?
No, but I've been getting irked, you know. Some minor inconveniences have been happening to me. That's for sure. Some real pet peeves.
That's good.
I would say, yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
though.
no, nothing going on for me. Nothing going on.
Oh, song of the week. I'll do "Taste." Sabrina Carpenter. I've been liking that one. Fuck
Okay.
Espresso. Espresso is whack. Espresso is boring. Boring
Yeah.
song.
I've never
Not
actually
that
heard
cool.
the song. I've just heard the
I just heard
clip,
it this
so.
past weekend. I was like, I gotta hear this shit. Everybody's talking about this Sabrina Carpenter person. This short person just came out here out of nowhere. Like the world's shortest person just eventually became a giant pop star. Like I gotta figure this out. What's going on? And the espresso is boring, but taste is good.
Well, I texted the fellow cast members here earlier today, soliciting a pet peeve because I have a peeve to pet here, and you know, last time we
On
did
the video, are you gonna do it like off screen?
I'm gonna pet my peeves.
Yeah, you should do your peeve petting off the hour stuff.
So last time we discussed, this wasn't really, we didn't call this a pet peeve section, but I was talking about my qualms with the workplace Keurig. So workplace Keurig, it worked today. So
Okay.
I had a cup of Joe on at the office, and the unfortunate part is whether I am able to, and I know I'm talking a lot around with the pet peeve is whether I successfully make a cup of coffee or not, I've got to puncture the Keurig K-cup, okay? Because like to see if it works, right, you shut it, you hit the go button, and then it tells you if it has water or not. Because it's like linked up to the sink somehow, but sometimes the water doesn't come through, and there isn't just a place for you to put water in. So anyway, but after your cup of coffee's done, or if it doesn't work, you have to take the Keurig K-cup out, and you got to put it in the trash can. But the trash can...
Do you though?
Yeah, you got to leave it empty for the next person.
Do you though?
Yeah, dude, that actually a bonus pet peeve. I have an espresso machine at my office that I use. Sometimes people just leave the fucking espresso puck in the machine.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's insane. It's crazy. Sorry.
Welcome to the office, homie. Welcome to the office,
Yeah.
dog.
Welcome to the office. No, well, sometimes I go into this copy room, like I'm trying to make copies, and it smells like, somebody's like microwaving fish in there or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. You guys are really leaving this place
that's
a
a
mess.
psycho move. Psycho move is you microwaving fish at the thing. Like,
the
I've
copy
been
room.
a lot of like places I've been at, like they'll have labels on the microwaves in the break room, like no fish.
Yeah.
Like there's only they'll designate one singular microwave to fish.
Yeah. Well, this building, they've definitely got to do some additional ventilation and stuff. Like, it's like there's not a lot of air circulation, so it could be like the fish situation was a while ago, but it's just
They got the
hanging
miracle
around.
solution asbestos in there, you think?
Probably, yeah. That's probably why they haven't tampered too much with it.
Yeah, dude,
So-
apparently every single thing, every single special effect you've seen in The Wizard of Oz is asbestos. Literally every single thing.
It was the Megalon of its time.
It really was the Megalon of its time. Let's just throw some asbestos in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't even gotten to my peeve yet. So you take the Keurig K-Cup out, and for one, it's like hot to the touch, which kind of stinks. Number two is I have to put it in this trash can, and this is where my pet peeve is trash cans that you have to touch. I shouldn't have to touch it has like a thing on it, like a kind of door that you have to push open, but the door, like the spring is like too tight. You can't just like push it and throw the little K-Cup in there. It's like you have to push it kind of hard, and every time my hand ends up touching the trash can. And like then I have to wash my hand. Like if I have to touch the trash can, that's a bad trash can. I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah,
I am on accident every time. Then I gotta wash my hands.
It should be foot operated or just open at the top.
Yes, just leave it open. You're gonna change it like in like an office setting, like
Daily.
yes, like that will be changed daily. Like I see the people who are doing that stuff like all the time. Like it doesn't need to be like, oh, we got to put like a bear safe trash can in here that like you have to do this crazy shit with your hand to get it open. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's the worst because like this the K-Cup thing happens to me regularly. But then earlier I was like, taking a little break, walking around. I had an apple that I was eating. I had to throw the apple away. And I'm like far away from any bathroom because I'm just out for a walk. And I touch the trash can. It's like, oh man, I just got to like walk around holding my hand away from me.
You're not like,
I have the cheese touch right now and I have to like walk all the way back to the office bathroom before I can wash my hand.
Your hand is rotten right to the core from all the garbage cans you had to touch before.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I don't understand is how like office spaces these days, they have the urinals and they have the toilets that just flush when you walk away from them, right? Okay. And they have like a Keurig machine and they have all this fancy fucking shit, and then they still have a shitty fucking trash can that you have to lift the lid up with your hand.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this trash can is from like the 70s. I can tell.
Yeah.
I look at this thing like, yeah.
Asbestos.
Like that would be one of the easiest things to upgrade to one of those ones that you just like wave your hand in front of and it opens.
Yeah.
But they won't do it.
I think that the place that I work is kind of an interesting, like I don't know who's responsible for anything in the copy room, basically, because there are a bunch of separate units, right, that all share this copy room. The department that I work in, I don't know, they've got their own stuff, but then we've got this copy room we share with other departments. So it's like, who's going to do the investment here? Who do we need to talk to about this?
Nobody. You can't do it. You just started there. Why
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
I'm just going to complain about it on my podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's for. This isn't my pet peeve, but it's bathroom work related, and like, I just don't understand why they're doing it. Okay. I mean, like, I know why they're doing it, but I don't get why they're doing it. So I'll go into the bathroom. There'll be some stalls open, right? They have the paper towels wrapped around the motion sensor, so it doesn't go off. Like I just don't get it.
What the hell? Somebody's doing some illegal shit in your bathroom?
Or just I feel like the motion sensor on the flush for the individual toilet. Like I don't get it. Like I've seen it multiple times. Where I go into the bathroom and think, oh, someone just like wrapped some shit around the motion sensor.
Maybe there have been some issues with it flushing while you're sitting on it. That's a tough
happens.
look if that happens.
That happens because sometimes it'll like splash up on your little butt cheeks.
Well, that's your time to go. That's when you leave. You know,
You're being
like,
timed. It's your workplace.
you
Telling
go
you.
do something else. You know, go look at your phone at your desk instead of on the can. You know. You
Yeah. Dude, so I do have a pet peeve. This one I think maybe is a little more maybe it's not serious. I don't know, but to me it feels serious.
Okay.
And it's whenever you're talking to somebody and they're telling you about some other person. Mm-hmm. And they feel the need to be like, "Oh, they went to Columbia or they went to Harvard or they went to Yale or Stanford." You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
okay, so
Yeah,
so fucking what, dude?
like Ryan Fitzpatrick, he went to Harvard.
He did.
So
Well-
fucking what?
Yeah, he's got student debt. Actually, not him, but most other people do probably.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about this recent article that came out in the Atlantic that
Is
is
it about the
entitled
Asians?
"The Elite College Students Who Can't Read Books"?
Oh yes, did read that. Also,
I have not heard this, but
but
I
also
like it already.
they got a bunch of like restrictions removed or whatever. So like the Asians or whatever, like there was a bunch of Asian families getting mad at like Harvard and Yale or whatever. They're like, hey, fix your procedure process. There's like they're biased or whatever. Now less of them are getting in. So
Yeah.
that procedure face.
Well, yeah, like I don't think that people who went to expensive colleges are, you know,
Yeah, 'cause
there
I mean,
was all
like-
that stuff with the people, with the president of Harvard or whatever who was plagiarizing all that stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, these people are, it's a facade, you know?
Yeah, that's my whole thing about it too. It's like, okay, you're telling me this person went to a fancy fucking college that's hard to get into. Like
Yeah.
either one,
Costs a
you're
lot.
saying you're telling me that they're smarter and like better than me in some way, or two,
You're just inserting that
two-
into conversation. Yeah, there's this guy
Yeah.
I know, he's a lot smarter than you.
or two, you're saying they were more lucky and went to a better school system than I did,
Or they
so
have
were
more
able
money
to
than you or
Yeah,
something.
so they were
Any of
able to
those are
exceed,
bad.
right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't give a shit about any of that. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to think of a scenario where telling me where somebody went to college isn't hearsay.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it definitely can hurt your character for sure. If you tell me they went to any SEC school besides Alabama, it definitely hurts like my
right.
thoughts of them.
Yeah.
Definitely makes
Except
it-
for Vanderbilt, they're like really
they're
smart
the
and really
coolest.
good
They're
at
the
football
coolest.
too.
They're the coolest. They're the coolest people in the world. They're so popular, so smart. The coolest. Vanderbilt.
They're so good at football.
They're so good at
It's
football.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cheating. Like they're holding on. Cheating. God, I don't know what to tell you. My pet peeve is when the refs don't call shit at all for my preferred football team. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, what are we paying you for?
What the fuck's going on? Followed up by my actual pet peeve being bags of chips or like snack type foods that have like a tear open, but it's not the pull open. You tear it open and you just have like a corner of the bag mixing, and that's how
Yeah.
you're supposed to open the bag of chips or popcorn or whatever. And like, how do you close it? You can't. It's a very big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Like I buy this popcorn, I have to open it with scissors. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
So
brutal.
you would prefer to pinch and pull to like open it from the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can close that by folding it over and putting the little clip on it.
Yeah.
If you rip the side of the bag off, how do you close the bag?
I
You gotta
see.
roll it up sideways, man. Duh.
Yeah.
You gotta
You
put
gotta eat
it
it
in another
all.
bag. You gotta eat the entire bag, or you gotta put it in another one. You gotta put it in
Yeah.
a bag.
Yep.
That's my pet peeve.
Dude,
Well-
kind of going off of your chips pet peeve as well. At work, I do a lot of these things, or I attend a lot of these things called lunch and learns. You guys familiar with lunch and learns?
Yeah.
This guy loves lunch and learns.
It's like, it's where it's where a company who's trying to like get you to use their products come in and they try to sell you on their products and they give you free lunch, right?
It's cool.
It's kind of
That's
cool.
your view
but
of it.
But 90% of the time, they're giving you like some sort of sandwich situation and a bag of chips.
Okay.
And my thing is like, in this situation, you're getting a plate, you're getting some paper towels or something. Open your chip bag before the learning starts.
This is good.
And dump all your chips out. All right.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there and crinkle the fucking chip bag the entire time we're trying to listen to this person tell us about how their circuit breakers are better than everybody else's.
And especially if you go to like any decent sub sandwich place, you know, basically if you go anywhere but Subway, you're gonna get kettle chips, and those shits are loud.
Yeah.
Like kettle chips are not quiet chips. Also, we got cool with the kettle chips. I think they've had their moment. I think they're good, but like I think we need a new chip to come in. I think regular chip had its time, wavy chip had its time, kettle chip has had its time, new chip.
Well, we tried the 3D Doritos.
Yeah, we're moving back around to corn puffs.
Corn puffs.
Like cheese puffs.
Like for an adult to get like Cheeto puffs.
Yeah.
There's
I feel
something
like that's kind
childish
of
about
kid coded.
Yeah, they're definitely childish. I don't know what the...
I think Cheetos non-puff are like, high school pot smoker.
Cheetos are not adult code.
No.
They don't give adult.
It's got a Cheeto with sunglasses on it.
Okay, all right.
But like I agree. You know,
I feel like barbecue chips are like the most adult chip, or plain.
Or like sour cream and onion.
Nah,
it's got onion in the name. What kind of kid wants?
It's too smelly. It's too smelly. It's too smelly to smell.
Exactly. That's what Funyuns. Okay, we're going back around to Funyuns.
Yeah, the most adult chip.
I think the only odorous chip you're allowed to have as an adult is there's two. The barbecue chips kind of got some smell to them, and then jalapeno chips. Those are only there's only 3 flavors of chips: jalapeno chip, barbecue chip, regular chip.
So I think a very adult thing to do is to this is also obviously accessible to younger people, but I feel like for older people it's like, oh, we're gonna get together, we're gonna have like a family barbecue situation. Then you got barbecue chips obviously playing into that, can be eaten by the kids as well as the adults. I feel like the kids aren't as into the barbecue chips though, because they want the Cheeto Puff. So I think that's an adult chip. I agree.
Okay. Well, then hear me out on these. Maybe these are almost too old.
Okay.
For too old of a person.
Okay.
We've got like veggie chips.
Oh, I'm out on the. I prefer the straw. Yeah. Actually, no, I do prefer the chips. I prefer the chips over the straws. Okay. But they're both not healthy.
Yeah, they're both kind of fake healthy, I think.
They're both mostly potato still, right?
Oh, yeah. They're both bad for you.
It's kind of like those green tortillas that are mostly just flour with little green 40 in there. Whatever.
It's asbestos.
And then we have maybe the grandfather of chips.
Plain?
The chicharrones.
Okay.
The pork skins.
Yeah,
I love pork rinds, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever eat pork rinds besides me. My mom. I've never seen anyone. I've never gone to anyone's house and they've had pork rinds. I've never been offered a pork rind from anybody.
You only get pork rinds on a very long road trip from a gas station. That's it.
They're pretty good.
I've never had
experience.
No, they're good, bro. Yeah, they're like $1.50, and they're like pretty low fat snack, frankly. That's your jam. Go to the gas station, get one. You can get microwavable ones. They can get you make them in the microwave, or they can get like a Jiffy Pop type beat.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But also, you just buy the ones that are in the bag. Get the regular flavor. There's also these nice designer ones, which are like 3, 4, or 5 pork rinds. They come in a nice red shiny bag. They're really good. But you can also just get Discount John's pork rinds, and they're also equally as good because they're pork rinds.
It's coming from the same pigs.
But regardless of your chip choice, if you're around other people, just take them out of the bag first.
Yes, I agree. Also, one thing that I've run into at a couple lunch and learns is like there'd be a big thing with like, you know, cans of soda in there. Yeah. Open that thing up too.
Yeah, open it first.
Or if you like leave and go get a soda mid talk or whatever, open it over by the food. Don't go back to your seat in the middle of everybody and then open it. I don't know. So there's some things you can do to limit noise.
Say, like I wasn't able to open it before. I was running a little bit late, right? I get in.
Yeah, this is why this happens to me because I'm often late to these things.
Or like I'm there right on time. I'm not late, but I'm just like perfectly punctual. Like as in I'm right on time, which means I'm late, but I'm on time, which means I'm not late, but I am. Yeah. But I'm on time.
I get it. Yeah.
Do I open it? Should I just go? Do I just full send it, or do I like go slowly? Do I go slowly to open it?
You gotta rip the Band-Aid. Or do I just a loud quick noise is better.
Yeah.
Than a more quiet long noise.
Yeah. What about? I think crinkling the water bottle is worse than anything that we've described.
I agree.
You just don't know how to use a water bottle. You're an adult. You don't know how to. My main problem with the lunch and learns is that like you don't get paid for it a lot of the time, or it's like it's on my own time.
It's just my lunch break.
Yeah.
That's the.
But if you were gonna go to Chipotle and spend like $14 on a bowl and a drink, you know, you are kind of making money.
Well, yeah, maybe. But if I have Chipotle for lunch, I'm a net negative company, which is great from my mind. Like if I can't do anything after I eat Chipotle. My brain is off. Like I'm all power being diverted to digestion. Yeah. No power to the thrusters. It's all just oh man.
It's like don't shit myself.
Put up powered shields. Life support.
It gives me like a brain impact. I feel like it's like, oh shit, I'm getting like I just got shell shocked right here. Okay, this is another a lot of work shit going on in this one, but this is this is a cycle move check in. Right?
Okay.
So, as many people, or as I do, I watch a lot of YouTube. A lot of people do that. Trent, you like enjoy the YouTube as well.
Oh yeah.
Recently,
some might say too much.
Yeah. I may also be in that camp. Recently, I've been listening to music, or listening to the YouTube at like minimum 1 1/4 speed.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
Yeah. I've transcended, or I've gone. Is that crazy? I guess. I no longer listen to anything that's like 1 time speed is slow, to me.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
Two is too fast.
The only issue I have with 1.25 or even 1.5 speed sometimes is that sometimes the video will like skip a little bit. Like it gets behind or something and it skips forward a little bit. That gets on my nerves. So if I'm just looking to have like a chill time, I'm going to watch at 1 speed. But I don't think it's a psycho move.
Okay.
I agree with that, especially like, oh shit, I only have 20 minutes left of my lunch break, but I really want to see this 25-minute long video.
Yeah.
Of course.
And sometimes these people should be yapping, just like speed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't watch YouTube. I think it's fine. As long as it's not like, oh my God, I can't, and you're only doing 1.25 speed. As long as you're not like, oh, I can't pay attention to you because you're talking way too slow for me. Like with a regular person, like, could you speed it up a little bit?
In person, not, well, in person, no. Over Teams, I'm like, holy shit, dude, get to the fucking point.
See, that's the downside of watching all your YouTube videos at like 1.5 speed, is because in real life you're gonna be like, dude, this guy fucking sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
but I'm already at that point. Like I've been at that point forever. Everyone's always been too slow. So,
yeah, that's fair.
But
that's fair.
Like 2 is way too fast. 1.5 is like pretty good. I wish there was 1.75 is kind of too fast. Like a 1.6 would be great. I wish I just had a slider.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say more often than not now, when I'm scrolling through TikTok, I'll hold my finger on the screen so it goes 2 times. Do you guys do that?
That's a lot.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm getting twice as much TikTok as the rest of you guys. Sorry.
Wow.
That's a lot more than me. I might get 15. I might get like an hour a week at most.
Yeah.
Which is good. I wish I was as disciplined on all the other social medias, mainly X. I'm still trying. Update on me quitting X hasn't happened.
Yeah.
It's still on it. It's still on there.
Yeah.
But been busy at work, so therefore been on my phone less, which is
Nice.
that's a real monkey paw.
Yeah. Is that a win or a lose?
It's a real
Yeah.
monkey's paw for sure. I'm not
So
enthused.
this is not really a segment. I just have a loud and a quiet place thing to bring up. I was in a yoga class this afternoon.
You farted.
I didn't fart. Somebody else did. And I know who it was. It was the person like not directly behind me. Everybody's kind of in rows. Directly behind me and one over. Like, and I think if I could tell who it was, definitely the people next to this person.
Did the
Could
smarts
too.
smell like that person? Did the smarts smell like how they looked, or like did they correlate? Like that smart like that guy looks like he made that fart.
It was an older woman, and I didn't smell anything, thankfully, and nobody said anything or whatever. You know, very zen and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know this woman enough to know if she's you know, if she farts often.
Hey, you fart around here much? You fart around here often?
But I was pretty close to her, and as you know, one of two men in here, I was worried that I was gonna get blamed.
Yeah, right.
Due to some gender stereotypes, you know, acting in opposite ways here, but it was not me. It wasn't the guy next to me either, because he was in the opposite direction of her. So he was one row ahead and like 3 seats down. So it definitely wasn't one of the two fellas in there. Anyway, I think that's another situation where I don't know, if you're gonna fart, you have to fart. You gotta let it out. You can't you don't want to have like a long one in the yoga class.
But like, what if you let it out
force
and it just is a long one? Like if you just have like it's just you're going the distance, but you're also going for speed. Like, I don't know. It's unfortunately you're
all alone.
You had yeah. I mean, you just had a lot. You had a lot in the tank, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of farts,
Okay.
we're getting a little personal here. Guys.
We're in the
I have a recommendation for all of you guys, and the only downside is the farts. Recommendation is get like a full dozen of eggs, boil them all, and then bring them to work in the morning and eat your boiled eggs at your desk. All right.
The whole dozen?
I'm talking 2 boilers a day for 6 days. All right. That's what I've been doing for the past week. I actually just finished my first ever dozen boiled eggs. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations.
The downside.
Wait,
How many
eggs? You said you ate 12 eggs?
Yeah, 2 eggs a day for 6 days.
It's pretty good.
That's like normal, but I don't know, something about them being hard boiled makes it way worse. To me.
I wish. Do you salt them or pepper them?
Yeah, both.
So
you
how
just
do
eat 'em in
you
one
do
bite?
that? You take a bite and then you salt it?
No, I peel the egg at my desk at work. This is also a good way to waste 10 minutes.
Sorry, I'm on my egg break.
Yeah, I'm on my egg break. I peel 1 egg, and then I dust it with salt and pepper all the way around. Like a corn on the cob. That's what it's called.
You do like a rotisserie.
Yeah.
You're powdering the shit up.
Yeah,
It's like a euro.
It's like they get the Mexican corn and rub it with the shit.
Yeah, but anyways, your farts do start to stink, I'd say, after about 4
your breath.
days. Yeah, after about 4 days of eating
About 5 minutes.
boilers every morning. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. But it's good, it's easy, it's quick. And I've noticed too, I feel like my entire career up until this point, I haven't really been eating breakfast.
Your egg farting career.
Your whole career. Okay.
I haven't been eating breakfast before I go to work, right? And now that I'm starting to eat breakfast every day before I go to work, I feel like I'm maybe a little bit more productive in the mornings than I usually was.
Yeah, I kind of came to that same revelation, and like a lot of people might be like, "Oh, no doy, or whatever," right? But like,
I know. What? Nobody tells you that. They're like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. They don't tell you, like, if you eat breakfast, you might actually want to do your fucking job.
but the whole thing was intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. You gotta fast. You gotta like don't eat. You'll be way clearer in the morning. Like, oh, I'm just way meaner to everybody. Yeah. Just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way more direct. I don't know if they want that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my tummy hurts sometimes if I don't eat the breakfast because my persons don't like it. Yeah, my video's fucked up. I don't know if that's what the chat was.
Oh, I don't know.
It was. Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, let us know.
It's
Oh,
fixed
he's
now.
back.
Yeah,
Well, I have noticed I'm burping a lot more than I used to. I don't know what
pop?
that's. Just like
you scarfing pops down?
no, I mean I drink a LaCroix sparkling water basically every day.
Yep.
But I don't know what could cause this, but it's like crazy. Like I don't know. If you're watching on YouTube, I wonder if you can tell. I've had a few burps here and there on this very podcast. So
Oh yeah.
I just burped like 3 times while you were talking about that.
I'm drinking a couple Crispy Boys right now too. So
Yeah, I was
maybe
gonna
that
say,
could be
more-
related, but
More than anything, beer makes me burp so much.
yeah,
It's borderline like I don't know what you call it. Something that makes me uncomfortable about myself.
You got an ick? It's a self ick?
it's an ick.
Yeah, it's a self-ick.
Oh, man.
What's the word? Like,
Self-consciousness?
I don't know, man. It's not there. But yeah, I burp a lot when I drink beer, but I'm not gonna stop.
I
Are
drink
you
beer.
kidding me?
I burp a lot. Yeah,
I still drink beer.
I still burp a lot.
Right.
Yeah. You know that guy's he's just around for like the next 30 years. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, literally forever.
But
I did not choose him. That's for sure.
One of the reasons I brought this up is like I think one of the reasons I specifically noticed this is because there used to be this guy that I worked with who had like he burped often, like, and I would meet with him like once a week, and he would burp like all the time,
Kind of a faux pas.
like,
To burp in public.
and they would be like deep, like, and he would like kind of put his head back a little bit. You could tell it was coming up and stuff. It was never audible, right? I mean, he'd figured this out,
whack.
but but now I'm burping and I'm doing similar things to this guy, and this was just like a year or two ago, and so like they've really increased recently. I don't know if that's something I need to talk to somebody about. I mean, I feel fine other than the burps, obviously.
Right. Yep.
So
Insecurity. That's the word I was thinking of.
there we go. Okay. Yeah. What are you looking?
I'm looking up. It looks like people get more burpy as they grow older.
There you go.
Oh,
my
bummer,
digestion.
dude. I'm not
Yeah,
old
but
enough
also-
to be burping this much.
But maybe you're eating a lot of bread or yeast
Okay. All right.
or like
Uh,
grains.
not really. I ate oats today.
Your metabolism gets slower.
Oh,
But that's more
That's-
for
That,
40s.
yeah, that sounds bad.
that sucks. Oh, man.
Just eat some megalodon and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I've got some choose your news for you guys. Are you ready to choose some newses, you think? These are spooky stories.
I think so. I'll choose some.
Well, they're not spooky stories. They're kind of spooky news stories, which are different things than spooky stories.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm here for this.
so I'll read you the first 3 headlines. We've got 2 sets of 3 headlines. So the way this works is I read 3 headlines. The boys, well, they might align, they might not align, and then I guess I'll be the tiebreaker. We'll read about one of them. The other 2 we will not read about. So those are just abandoned to the ether, and we will never revisit them. You as the listener, I guess, could follow up. We wouldn't know, but we encourage you not to.
That's against the rules, yeah.
Yeah. A robot gets a face of living skin that allows it to smile.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's pretty spooky, right?
Yeah,
very
that's a
spooky.
strong first option for sure.
That's some Five Nights shit.
Spider lovers scurry to Colorado town in search of mating tarantulas and community.
Okay, that's a little kinky.
Weirdos.
Yeah, that's borderline illegal.
Tarantula worse pet than ferret. Not much worse, but definitely worse.
Yeah.
I think these are wild rantulas.
Even worse.
Probably.
Even worse. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. No wild tulas. No wild tulas around here.
Cheese dating back 3,600 years found in Chinese tomb, researchers say. This is alongside a mummy, which is why this one is spooky.
Robot face.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the robot skin face.
Okay.
The cheese is a strong second choice, though. I almost changed to the Chinese cheese.
Chinese cheese.
Cheese knees.
So goodbye, Chinese cheese and Chinese mummy who love cheese. Goodbye, spider lovers in Colorado town.
Goodbye, cow.
I am kind of interested now to see, like, I don't know, maybe there's something behind this. Maybe there's a reason that everybody's like, we gotta watch these tarantulas fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like insane. Maybe it's life changing. It's like being on LSD or something.
This is from NPR by author Bill Chappell, spelled like Roan. I don't think they're related, but this is from June of this year, so it's a little old. But it begins: if humanoid robots make you a bit queasy, would it help if they had fleshy faces that could smile at you?
Of course.
Yeah, I would say probably not, honestly. The uncanny feat is the result of new technology using engineered living skin and human-like ligaments to give robots a more natural smile, according to Tokyo University researchers who unveiled their work this week. In this study, we managed to replicate human appearance to some extent by creating a face with the same surface material and structure as humans. Professor Shoji Takeuchi, the team leader, said in a news release. In the process, he added, we identified new challenges, such as the necessity for surface wrinkles and a thicker epidermis to achieve a more human-like appearance. I can share my screen real quick to show you. There's a GIF here.
Yeah, let's see this thing.
I feel like the skeleton structure part would be way more important than like the face, skin.
Ugh.
What the? That's not it. Is that the
What
inside
hell?
of it?
No, well, that's just the skin. I'll show you the skin on like a mannequin head as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's creepy as hell.
So this is
God,
on
dude.
a 3D facial mold.
I mean,
they need to do better with the 3D facial mode. That's just not really helping at
yeah,
all.
that's tough. It kind of looks like a ballistics dummy. You know?
Yeah,
I feel like we've already had this. Like, what's?
but this isn't rubber. It's like skin tissue that they grew in a lab.
Is this to make? Is this just for robots, or is it going to have human application for it? Because I don't want the robots to really look like they're humans. I want the robots to look like they're robots because they're fucking robots.
Yeah, so I think it's just supposed to make robots less scary to people, which is, is that a good mission for our top scientists to be working on? I don't know.
No, I want them to be avoiding looking like human-like because then we get this whole ethics debate about this shit.
You guys ever played? You guys ever played any Fallout game?
Yeah, you ever heard of Detroit?
That's how they. That's how they infiltrate the system, man. You don't know who's a synth and who's
They start
not a
copying us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, you ever seen Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049?
No, but I want to.
That's
watch
literally that's the movie. Like, that's the movie. Like, it's all about that. It's all about the synthos or the whatever they're called.
Well,
Yeah.
they
The
could
second
just,
one's way better, by the way. I just watched that one.
Oh yeah, nice.
first
They
one's
could just
garbage.
they could just make once they perfect the human skin on a robot face, they can just require every robot to have "I'm a robot" tattooed on their forehead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just make them wear a robot star.
Like the Mark of the Beast situation, you know what I'm saying?
Robot star. And they could live in special camps, right?
Robot camps. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Palestine.
robots, so yeah. Anyway, but
Palestinian robots.
The approach promises to make robots more lifelike, and in the future, the researchers say, similar techniques could also be used on humans in the cosmetics and plastic surgery industries. So that is good.
If we cloned a sheep, why don't we can totally figure out skin. IMO. I feel like that's not that hard to believe.
Yeah. Takeuchi's Biohybrid Systems Laboratory has previously engineered skin that can heal, created small robots with biological muscle tissue, and 3D printed lab-grown meat. So he's like a mad scientist. This is weird stuff this guy's doing.
That is kind of scary.
Self-healing is a big deal. Some chemical-based materials can be made to heal themselves, but they require triggers such as heat, pressure, or other signals, and they also do not proliferate like cells, he said. Biological skin repairs minor lacerations as ours does, and nerves and other skin organs can be added for use in sensing and so on. Okay. So they're going to be resilient to damage, and they're going to have nerves so that they can feel things, these robots.
I mean, if it actually applies to humans, that's pretty good. But like, if not, then who gives a shit? Fuck these robots.
It's critical for robots
They're taking our jobs.
It's critical for robots to have the ability to heal and self-repair, the researchers said, because even small scratches could develop into serious impairments. Biomimetic robots could also become even more realistic, adding that future projects could look to add sensors, pores, and even sweat glands and fat.
They don't need that. They don't need those last two. I don't think they need those. They definitely don't need those last two. You know.
By incorporating more sophisticated actuators and eventually cultured muscle tissue, their approach could help robots in the future move in fluid, human-like ways.
Yeah.
Well, so we're trying to like plant our psyche in these robots? Is that what we're trying to like? Are these supposed to be like surrogates? Remember that movie? You ever seen that movie with Bruce Willis?
Yeah. No, I don't know if I did. I don't know if I saw it, but yes, I understand the concept.
That's crazy. That's weird.
Yeah, so
that's terrifying, actually.
What you thought was just kind of a story about a spooky skin face smiling at you that was actually a robot is actually maybe much worse. Oh. They're going to have fat, sweat glands, nerves, muscles, and move in human-like ways.
This article was like... yeah, so this article was just like, so these scientists created this thing to make robots blend in with everybody else so they can more easily take over the planet.
Yeah, y'all ever heard of Skynet? Wouldn't be cool if we made those robots now?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's terrifying.
All right, we got 3 more. You guys can choose one.
That one.
Advocacy groups suspend use of suicide capsule pending Swiss criminal probe of woman's death.
Oh, I think I've heard of this one. Yep.
Former manager of Department of Defense Aerospace Threat Program says UFOs are real.
Cap.
Okay. All right. I've heard that before. Not exactly that one, but
yeah, it's not particularly like groundbreaking, I guess. And then I found a stranger sleeping under my house.
That one.
And then I confronted her.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, that feels like a Reddit story, but I like it. I'm choosing that one.
I'm choosing that one, yeah.
So it's from the New York Post.
Okay.
The New York Post, a lot of their articles begin with, I did this thing, which is, not maybe typical journalism.
Interesting.
From the first person.
Interesting journalism
choice.
I did a thing.
Yeah. This is from September 27th of this year by Asia Grace from the New York Post. What she found in her crawl space is enough to make your skin crawl. Someone's been living under my house in Oregon. It's pretty close to you, Trent. Homeowner announced to a Reddit community. Here we go.
Of course.
Of more than 67,000 stunned spectators. The woman, known to her online audience as Spring Chicken, was tidying up the yard earlier this week when she noticed that the hatch to a small underground apartment of her 113-year-old abode, that's pretty old, had been suspiciously unlocked. So that's from like 113 years.
It's like that's 1911.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
You think they got purple peanut butter down there in that little spot?
Yeah, I don't know. Upon investigating the curious breach, the gal discovered a makeshift bed, complete with a purple and pink blanket, and several bags filled with a stranger's personal effects. I don't think it's been slept in super recently, said a seemingly unalarmed spring chicken, who, rather than alerting the authorities, left the home for a golf tournament.
Idiot. No, you alert the authorities, or you leave a booby trap. You put a bunch of spikes in their bed, so
yeah. Tie some paint buckets to the ceiling.
That's you have to do all
stick
alone.
a nail through the floor.
The bag of stuff has a head-shaped depression in it, she continued, adding that the crawl space was surprisingly free of cobwebs. So whether it's storage or just an occasional sleep spot, I'm sure someone is using the space. There's kind of no...
They shouldn't be. This person is crazy. Psycho move. Yeah, they can go... Someone can... I guess I am anti-homeless. They can go be homeless somewhere else. You know? Don't be homeless on my property, you know? If I put through the effort of buying this shit, I'm playing by the rules, begrudgingly. Get off my goddamn crawl... Get out of my crawl space, bro. What? That's crazy.
Hers is far from the only home to house sneaky subterranean squatters. Ashley Guardino, a Southern Californian, sent social media spiraling after revealing she learned that an ex-convict had been living beneath her floorboards. Apparently, she said in a TikTok video, "There is a whole-ass man living here." That's what she said.
He's like, actually, no, I'm a fucking tits man, all right?
Yeah.
You're more of a personality person, bro. Come on.
Katie Dude, who's from Australia, recently realized that a homeless person had secretly set up...
no, there's a bum in me crawl space. Oh, no.
It's in her garage, actually.
In the garage.
Oi! We never saw the person that was in there at the time, but you can see their slippers under this couch, a sleeping bag, and a bucket. This is in the garage. She ultimately had the intruder locked out through police intervention. But Spring Chicken was unwilling to call 911 on her trespasser. It can be scary. Oh my gosh, somebody's living under my house. And then conceding that some unhoused folks can be very dangerous humans, she said, but they're still human.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Come on.
But the option is you call the cops on them and they might kill them, which is also bad for your home value.
Right.
But so is that bum living in there.
She said, "We have an option to be kind. There are multiple ways to do this, and they don't all involve the cops. Rather than ringing the alarm, Spring Chicken left her non-paying tenant a handwritten note offering support. If you need help, food, a phone, or help with resources, please knock on the door. You are not in trouble. You matter." They finally met after this. It's a woman named Gabby in her late 40s. This was somebody who has been unable to afford food or housing for 3 years. And she also has a criminal record for stealing, which makes finding a job impossible.
Which makes me want to have them live in my crawl space.
Yeah. I gave her my phone number, put her in my car, and drove her to my friend who is going to help her get food, shelter, and a mental health evaluation. I'm not without empathy. I just can't have humans living under my home, is how the article ends.
Damn. Yeah,
Well,
that's
like-
a very... That feels like... After living here for 3 years, that feels like a very much Oregon response to the situation, I'd say.
She's treating the homeless person like a bug. I guess they got to put him in the cup and go.
Pick up and get him out of there. Yeah, well, it started out probably pretty scary, right? But it did kind of have a happy ending there, so that was nice.
You just start blasting music. Like, you don't want to be mean or whatever, but you just start being an awful upstairs neighbor. You start. You just make her not want to live in this place because you're making a lot of noise or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let us know how long you'd let a homeless fucking vagrant live in your house. If that's what you're about. That's your thing. Or let us know, if you'd rather, have robot skin or not robot skin, or.
Would you rather your robots move in human-like ways or make human facial expressions to you?
Would you rather the human-like robot left the K-cup in the machine or took it out himself?
Would you rather they heal themselves or have nerves to feel pain and other feelings as well? I don't know.
Then we're gonna have homeless robots.
Oh.
We're gonna be fighting for crawl space spots with the robot neighbor.
Oh man, it's gonna make them waterproof too. That's something we need to worry about.
Oh, they don't need
waterproof.
shelter. They don't need shelter then either. They were good. They could have been fine. We'll have the robots go face off of Milton. Hey, Chef, prayers up. Thanks for listening. Let us know any of our questions. We're FKAthepod at Gmail and everywhere else at X.
Send us a spooky story.
Please. Let us know about them skeletons, Numbers are low this year. It hasn't really been doing the numbers. They might be dying finally, which is sad. So, happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, bye-bye.
Welcome to the pod, where we spill the tea. FKA, yeah, that's me. We're gonna dive deep into the topics you need. Sit back, relax, and let's plant the seed. From pop culture to politics, we'll discuss it all. No filter, no censors, just having a ball. Get ready for the laughs and the deep conversations. FKA, the pod, your ultimate destination. FKA, the pod, your ultimate destination. FKA, the pod, bringing you the real. No sugar coating, just raw deal. Join us every week, tune in and see. FKA, the pod, where we set you free.